So this is what we call the lead capture form. So for those just joining, I was talking about in the book, if you look at your market, you will notice that according to what Saburi Subi said, which is true, that first of all, you need to define your market. Your market are people or group of people who are predisposed to use your product, or who need your product, or who will be interested in buying your product, right? So those category of people are referred to market. So it can be online, it can be offline, it could be, anywhere they are gathered. So now he's saying that, which is something I've come to realize, that every market, the number of people who are ready to buy immediately a product that is for that market is just 3% of the market. And everybody, your competitors, your different people who are in that industry or who are trying to sell to that market, is simply trying to target and get those 3% to buy from them. So that is a very competitive chase. So you're trying to sell, Forever is trying to sell, Norland, different people is trying to sell to just that group of people who are ready and who can buy immediately. I think that's the word, the number of people that can buy immediately. So the other 97% are people who are in the market, but though they cannot, not that they cannot, they are not ready to buy immediately. They will be interested in buying much later if they get to learn more about the product, or they are in a phase where they are still trying to get their doubts sorted out, or maybe they've bought a product like that before in the past and they were not happy with the experience. So they're just in that phase where they are not yet ready to make a decision to buy now, the buy now decision. So if you're targeting that 3%, it's good though. You can target, I'm targeting 3% too, with ads and all of that, clicking for them to buy now and all of that. I've sold a few like that, But what of the 97%, the real gold, the real, the gold mine is the 97% of that market that though they are not ready to buy now, if they go through a process where their questions are answered, where their trust is built up, where their concerns are, sorted out, they will be willing to buy from you. And the research has been done. When you talk about customer loyalty, the 97% are those who are what we refer to as loyal customers, and eventually they refer you to other people because they didn't just take that decision out of impulse or out of emotion. They took it after a process, all right, and that process built trust, built something beyond even the product. They would always remain with you. Now, I now went on to say that for us to be able to capture those 97% of the market, we need what we call a lead capture form. We actually need three things. One, the lead capture form. Two, the actual event, the actual magnet itself, which is in this case the free medical symposium, and then you need to have a traffic source that is going to drive people from that market to your lead capture form. Okay, so and for what we are doing today is, first of all, sorting out how to create this lead capture form. Now, the good news is you don't have to create this lead capture form yourself because it has been done already. And one of the elements of a good lead capture form is the ability for it to drive conversions. For example, the copy, the sales copy, well written, with so many emotional triggers, so many social proof, endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association, and then of course strategic call to action buttons in very specific places. And of course there's an FAQ, because that this 97%, they are intellectual, or then every of them, the whole market might be intellectual, but my point is 97% will be those who will want to learn. They will go deeper. They will want to have questions answered. They will read this page, okay? They will not just jump and just sign up, all right? So that is why it took a while for this to be done. But now that it's done, we can have it, edit it, use it for the purpose of this, and personally, I've set a goal because I did the 1 week. I think it was 5-6 days. My ad spend was 2,400 naira every day, and I was able to generate over 75, 73 or so leads. Let me try and see if I can show you that. Now, my goal every week now is I'm looking like this is a very good opportunity. If I can generate 74 leads in just about a week, now it's about 76. I don't know if you can see. All right, if I can generate 76 leads in about a week, you can see all of them. If I can generate 76 weeks in just about a week, how many? That means I've given myself a very large pool of people I can eventually get through the lead, through the process of actually connecting them to the magnet, which is the event, this free medical symposium. Consultation, and then eventually doing a self afterwards, and then educating them more about the product, and then eventually closing them to become customers, right? So if the conversion rate is just say 30%, because you always have a higher conversion rate compared to just trying to sell directly when you're using this method. And if you have say between around 30 to 40% conversion rate, that is very good. That will mean if I have 70 people sign up, I should be able to sell to at least 30 of them. And for each product, the minimum profit made is 10,000 naira. So that's in a week. The amount of profit I can earn from that volume of lead is about 300,000 a week, right? So that is aside when you load the points and you're able to use it to hit ranks, okay? And that is aside the other week. So if you do it every week, 300,000 naira times 4 weeks, that's gross profit of 1.2 million naira. All right, so this is what I want us to be able to pursue using the lead cap. We already have it all sorted out. So all you simply need to do is to have this lead capture form done, all right, which has already been done. You just edit it, and then you drive traffic, because the other side of where this is going to work or fail is your traffic generation ability. So you need to be able to run high converting ads, because it is the ads. All these people you're seeing here, they are coming from ads, and I spend just 2,005 every day. If I increase the spend to 5,000, it will double. In fact, there was a day we got, my estimate went up by over 25% lead for that day. That day, I think we got about 17 leads for that particular day. All right. Now, so how do you get to do this? First thing you need to set up is your hosting, your domain name and your hosting account. For those of us that already have domain and hosting, fine. You don't need to go through this process. You only need to just install the page. You need to have WordPress installed, and then install this in a separate page attached to your hosting. All right. So, but for those of us that don't have hosting, those of us that are very new, how do you get hosting and domain? You simply go to WordPress. All right. You go to namecheap.com, and this is Namecheap here, and then you create an account. Okay, let me log out so that I can show you how to create an account. It's very simple. Now, what is Namecheap? Namecheap is a registrar. Now, if you are a web developer or you want to build a website, you need two things. You need a domain, you need a hosting. Domain is the name of or the address of your particular website or web page. Domain is the name. You buy it from people who sell it. Namecheap is one of those who sell it. The second thing you need is a hosting account. Hosting is where your website is actually domiciled. The files associated to your website, your web page, the codes, the things that made up your web page. Hosting is what where they are stored. Okay, so and you get that also from a registrar like Namecheap. So how do you purchase? How do you create an account? You come in, you sign up, and then once you sign up, they will send you a mail. You confirm your mail, and then you are able to sign in. Okay, so once you sign, it's simple. I believe we all can do this, right? It's not difficult. You just sign up rather, just like you're creating an account. Sign up. This is sign up form. It's very straightforward. You choose your username, your password, just follow the steps, and then once you've created an account and continue, it will now bring you to where you can sign in. Then after you have signed in, you can now begin to explore to buy your domain and hosting. All right. Now, for those of us that have limited budget, you can buy hosting for even a month. That's a beautiful thing with Namecheap. It's not compulsory you must buy a whole year, But of course, if you can afford a whole year, go ahead and buy it. But you can start with a month and then you will be able to grow gradually. All right. So, they said there's two-factor. I activated two-factor authentication sometimes, so they will send you the code you need to input. All right. So you're in Namecheap, right? I use Namecheap. There are several other registrars, but as the name signifies, Namecheap is actually cheap. All right, it's very cheap compared to our Nigerian hosting companies called Google Host and several others that I've used in the past, like GoDaddy and all the other ones. You can get domain, although domain is the same everywhere in the world, usually around 10, 15 to 20, $15, depending on the extension. But you come here on your Namecheap dashboard, you click on domain at the top, you say domain name change. If possible, try and use a laptop for this. Then you search for domain. Just search for anything related to health, healthy life store, store bees, right? .com. So I'm just checking randomly if this domain is available, because that's the first thing you need to do. You need to check. For you to buy a domain, you need to check for its availability. No two individuals can have one domain. It's not possible. All right. Every domain, if you own a domain, nobody else owns that domain in the world. And if your domain expired and you don't renew immediately, like the client I had, her domain expired, I called her, come and renew. She was thinking I was trying to make money off her. Somebody else bought the domain in fact almost 24 hours, and before you know it, the person wanted to sell it back to her. The person put over, I think, added about $5,600. I mean, over almost $6,000. The person was selling it to her at $6,000. Even my domain, ionsn.com, I didn't know when it expired. When I now wanted to buy it back, somebody now wanted to sell it for me at, I think, the $500. I just told him, don't worry, I'll use .org. That's why I'm using .org. Now, healthylifestorebees.com is available. So you click to add to cart and then you buy it, all right? Once you buy it, you pay with your Naira card. It's just about $9, as you can see here. And then you proceed, okay? Now, in the process of buying, it will prompt you to buy hosting as well, because it will ask you, do you have hosting? Because they know that no domain, without hosting, you're just like, what are you doing? Okay. Now, once you say you should buy hosting, you buy. And then once you can choose how much of hosting you want to buy. You can choose the least plan of $2,000. I mean, of $2. There's a plan with Namecheap that is $3 per month. So you can start with that plan, or 20,000. That's about 20,000 naira per year. But you can pay monthly. $3 is about 1.5 per month. All right. So that's how you get to do it. I don't really want to dwell too much time here. So once you've gotten your domain and hosting, you will get a mail, a welcome mail from Namecheap, right? That welcome mail. Can you guys still see my screen? Please give me heads up in the comments so I know. If you can still see my screen and you can hear me, let me know. Is anybody here? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
We are here, but the network is not respecting himself.
Oh, okay, sorry. So I want to show us, so once you have done purchase your host, I believe you can still see my screen. You'll get a mail from Namecheap that tells you that, like a welcome mail. In that welcome mail, they'll give you some information, one of which is access to your cPanel. This information, I believe you can see my screen. If you can't see my screen, let me know. They're going to give you this information, right? Now, this information is Very important. It is what you're going to use to access your dashboard. So once you click on this, for example, it will open a place for you to input your username and password, something like this. Okay, I don't know if I still have access to this hosting. Let me see. So if it opens up, oh, I still do. It opens up, and then it will bring you they will send you everything. All you just need to do is to input it, right? So once you input the username and password here, you log in. And once you, okay, you've changed the password. So, but once you click on that, you will see something like this. Let me log into a hosting I have. I have several hosting. Let me log into this one. All right, so you log in, okay? So once you log in, you click on login there, you see something like this, okay? Very, very easy to do. So once you see it, it means that your hosting cPanel is now within your control. Now, when you're in this dashboard, the next thing you need to do is to install something we know as WordPress. WordPress is a custom, a content management software that was invented about 12 years ago for the purpose of simplifying the process of building a website. Now, the developers of WordPress, which is what we call open source in the programming language, that is, no one person built it, that is why it is free. They came together to build it because they wanted to democratize the web. They wanted everyone to be online, and because then it was very expensive to pay a developer. Although now you still pay developers because, of course, there's some aspect of WordPress some web projects that are complex. But generally, if you even sit down to learn it, anybody can be a developer because it's very easy. So once you are in the cPanel, like I was just a while ago, you might notice that I clicked something. So here is what I clicked. So once you're in the cPanel like this, you come down to where we see scripts or Softaculous app install and click on WordPress. So you're clicking on WordPress is you installing the WordPress system. And the reason why you're installing it is because you want to be able to have a website with ease, without stress, you know. So this is several websites that are on this hosting. So you can just click on, you want to install WordPress. I think you click on this one, install now. So it's to bring out your domain for you because you bought domain and hosting together. All right. If you if you already have this set up and you want to build on an extension, just add wellness project. Okay. Just add wellness project, your domain as wellness project. But if you bought the domain specifically for this, like how I bought the wellness project 1000 domain, you don't need to add anything here. This extension, you don't need to add anything. Okay? So you add in because this is an extension. So once you're done here, you come to just fill in some of the information about the site you're wanting to build. You can put, so I'm building on an extension, which is the same process if you're building on a on the domain itself. So you can just put in the information that will show when people browse the website or land on the lead gen page. So so you just, these are just text. They don't really have anything important. It's important, but you could just quickly fill them. So, but the key thing here is your username and then your password. Make sure the password is very strong. There is a format I usually use so that it is not hackable. All right. So once you've set username and password, you just click on install. That's so easy. In fact, even without installing theme template, you are good to go as regard installing WordPress. I mean, as regards building, owning a website and just writing content. Okay, this will still be referred to as a website. What do I mean? So it has successfully installed. I click on the administrative URL, which is the admin for WordPress. Remember, it's different from the cPanel admin. Admin for WordPress. You click on it. Now, you will see a dashboard. Now, this is the dashboard you're now going to build on. Now, this is your WordPress dashboard. If you open the site, view site, it will show a simple blank WordPress site. Okay, there's nothing there. So there's really nothing you can do with it for now, except to start putting content. All right, so, but for you to proceed to begin to so now you now can install the template, and then you have a website. Now watch this. This is a blank something, yeah, blank page. Now for me to install the template, there are two things I need to do. The first thing is I need to install the themes. So I click on themes. I click on appearance and themes. And then you click on hello, right? Sorry, click on add new first. So let's quickly implement this, and then okay, so you click on add new. I don't know, add new is not. You click on add new. I think there's a bit of network glitch. Okay, so it has fully. All right, now you click on hello. So we are looking for a theme, a WordPress theme called hello. Hello Elementor. Now, a theme in WordPress is a pre-designed look and feel of a WordPress website. Before, when WordPress started, there was no theme. It was just a blank single page, not really beautiful website, but as people started, technology improves now every day, people are innovating, people are looking for better ways to do it. So they came about themes, and then from there they came about plugins. So a theme gives a WordPress website look and feel. Please remember that. That is why you say, oh, I need to buy a theme. In fact, you actually buy a theme, but this theme is a free theme because it's being released by a platform called Elementor. Some themes are paid for. Most quality themes are paid for. All right. Then another thing is, once you've installed the theme, the next thing is you need to install some plugins. One of the plugins you need to install is called Elementor, right? So you click on appearance plugins, and then it's already asking you need to install Elementor. So you click on Elementor there, and then it brings it out, and then it installs it, and then you activate. Now, after this, that is not all. You now need to install what we know as Elementor Pro. Please don't forget the sequence. It's important if you're doing this yourself. Elementor, after you install Elementor, you need to install Elementor Pro. The Elementor Pro, I will send you Elementor Pro because you cannot get it from the WordPress plugin repository. You have to get it outside somewhere, and then you install it. So I will send that to you, Elementor Pro, and then you just install it. So I'm searching my computer for it because it's inside my computer, right? That is why I'm going this way. All right. So I have seen it. This is it. So I've searched it out now. I believe you can see my screen. Then you click on install now, and you will install Elementor Pro. Now, while Elementor Pro is installing, I need to get the, what's it called? The import file for the template that I've just built, that we built. I need to get the import file. Okay. So how do I get it? I'll go to the page that I click on edit with Elementor. I come here. Remember, Elementor Pro is installing. Now this import file is what I will send to you. You don't need to do this one. I will send you the import file that you would import that for the entire website. Okay, remember the goal is to get this. So I want to send you a file that when you click, it will just install this whole thing with the content and everything. All right. So, but that file, I need to get it from somewhere, and that's what I'm doing now. So, but you won't need to do that. Okay. So I come here. I click on save and template. So you can just ignore this. I'm going to name it wellness. So I'm going to save this wellness. Blasido, please be muting those people. Oh, I think someone joined. Madam Faith. I mean Ruth. So we'll save it wellness. So it's telling me your designs will be available for. So I've saved it as wellness, yeah? So I'm now going to export it. Okay, so I've exported it. So I'm going to now import it soon. I'll show you. So I've gotten the import file, which is very good. I've gotten the import file. All right. I've gotten the import file, Elementor 469. All right. So I'll send you the import file. So now when I send you the import file, what do you do? Let's check if, oh, Elementor Pro has installed successfully. Remember, we were at that stage before I went to get the import file. So Elementor Pro successfully installed. The next thing I do is I click on pages. I create a new page. Follow these steps. This is the step you need to do after installing Elementor Pro. Click on pages. So I've clicked on pages. I name my page. Say you can name it anything. Just name it wellness, anything, doesn't matter. Once I'm done, I click on publish, right? Then I click on edit with Elementor. This is very important. So I click on that and then wait for it to load up the edit with Elementor page for that particular page I just created. All right. So you're going to wait for like some few minutes. It's going to load Elementor. Now Elementor is a plugin. Remember, after getting the after installing the theme, you installed Elementor. The theme was Hello Theme. You installed Elementor, and then you installed Elementor Pro, right? Now, the next thing you need to do, this is where you have to pay extreme, very, very close attention. You now need to install that template. Okay, I'm going to send it to you. So you click here, all right, and then you click on my template. You don't have any template. You click on upload, import template. Okay, remember, I would have sent you the template, right? I would have sent you the template. So you click on it. And then we now want to go to where it is for us to install it. So I'm going to look for it. I think it's E, Elementor something. A, B, C, D, E. That's the spelling. Okay, this is it here. Elementor JSON something something. So I click on it. All right. So it is loading it. Now, what this part, I will send you the JSON file. All right. I will send you the JSON file. because, and then I'll send you Elementor Pro. Those are the two things I need to send to those who are going to implement this. The JSON file, which is what I'm using now to load the template for the entire wellness project, and then the Elementor Pro plugin, which we will install after you've installed Elementor plugin itself. So it is still loading. It's loading the templates. We'll have to wait for that to fully conclude. All right, so it has fully loaded. So the next thing when it has loaded is to insert it. Okay, so I'm going to click on insert. So we are inserting it on that page, right, that we created, that wellness page. So you click on yes, and then you wait for some few seconds. It won't take long. All right. Wow. As you can see, it is loading it. This is what they call cloning in website design. So it's going to load the settings. It's still loading. So we're just going to give it some time. Let it load the settings, everything. And then we are going to save or update. It would have been faster if internet was better. So let's just allow it take its time. Okay, that's loaded again. Okay. Okay, so this is how it looks now. So we've loaded it, all well and good. Okay, now there's still one more thing we needed to do. So now after this, you click on update, right? So it's going to update it, but we still have to remove this heading. There was something we would have done initially, but no problem, we can do it here. So page layout, I think. Okay, so we'll come to these settings. All right, this settings. So what I'm trying to do, I want to remove this heading so that it will start from just this wellness project. Okay, come to, so I came down here to settings, page layout. I came and I will choose Elementor Canvas. Okay, when I choose Elementor Canvas, I'll update it, and then it will remove that top whatever there. So that's how it's done. So having done this, you have successfully cloned the web page. All right, you've successfully cloned everything. Some feature might take some time to load, but it will eventually load some images and all of that. So it will eventually come in. Okay, the videos, everything. So once you've cloned it, the next thing you need to do is to point to it, because right now the domain does not point to it. It's still pointing to something else. So we're going to go back to our dashboard. Remember, we created a page. So I'm going back inside the dashboard. So let me open the pages. Now we want to make the main URL. So this was the page that has the plugin. That has the wellness project entire page, entire website that we have cloned. So, but now we want to make the entire URL this particular page. So we'll go to settings. You click on settings, click on reading, and then you click on this place, static page, and then your home page, you will now choose the page you created, wellness. Okay, then you save changes. Once you save changes and you refresh, you refresh the site again, It sets okay. So you refresh the site, it's showing it, but it's still showing this top thing. It's not supposed to show that. I'm coming. Elementor canvas. Maybe it didn't update the last time. So if it updated, now you need to have very good internet so that everything will work the way it's supposed to work. Okay, I think it has updated now. So if we refresh this, we won't see this top part again. All right, so voila, you see how I've been able to transform this wellness project website, as you can see it here, wellness city domain, totally different. I've been able to install it here, on a new domain. All right, that is what I want you all to do. It's so easy. Now, once anybody fills this form, where do you see the filled form? Where do you get to see it? You get to see it in the dashboard section called Flint. What's that plugin's name? So you get to see it. Coming. Fluent forms. Fluent forms. Oh, okay. Fluent forms. We need to install Fluent forms. After you have done that, the next thing you need to do is to install Fluent forms plugins. So you're not over yet too, because your form is very important. So you click on Add New Plugins. You click on Fluent Forms. Because what is a lead capture page without a lead capture form? Okay, contact form by Fluent Form. That's the name of the plugin. We need to get the exact name. Okay, let me just download the plugin. What's the details? Okay, let me see the details of this plugin. Okay, contact form plugin. That's the name. Contact form plugin. Contact form plugin. Fluent Forms. All right. Okay, this is it. We're even on it. Contact form plugin. All right, this is it. So we install it. So contact form plugin by Fluent Forms. I didn't read it properly. That's why I was thinking I didn't see it. So you need to install that so that your forms will work. Okay, so it's now here. Fluent Forms. Click on it. And oops. Let's see if we have to create the Fluent form, but it's very easy to do. Let's see. Okay, the form is still not showing. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to add a new form. Okay, you're going to create a new form in these Fluent Forms. Okay, because the template installed did not install, it will not carry the forms, but you're going to create a new form. It's very simple. You can just choose a template of how you want the form to look like and then begin to edit it. So you can take, for example, this particular form using this form template. Who is that trying to join? And then it moves you to where you need to edit. So now once you have this, for example, this description, you don't need it, you delete it. Okay, you don't need it. So you need their first name, their email. So you just simply go back to this particular form and try to replicate it. We collected first name, last name, email, main number, phone number, WhatsApp, address, city, state, country, health challenge is a drop down, and then previous current treatment, if any, best days for consultation, name of person who referred you, right? So you can come back here to your form and then just begin to add those things. So here we have first name and last name, correct, email, correct, department, we edit it. Instead of wanting to have departments, you just go back and say what was here, main phone number, right? So you come back here and change department to phone number, right? Now this particular one is a list, so you can use it for the health challenge. So you can leave there and say health challenge. All right, and then it will give you a list of the health challenge you are going through. You can say arthritis, diabetes. You just begin to edit all of that. Okay, and then so once you're done, you save. You understand? Health challenge, and you come here, you can lift this subject and take it up. I just held it and dragged it up. Edit subject away to address. Do you understand? Address. So you expect them to type their address and you save. Then you can add a new field, like for example, you're looking for phone number. You want phone number to be there. Okay, this is numeric field. You just drag it and then say, okay, you want to put it before their address. Right, so you click and then you want to edit. So the element label is what the person will see. So it's phone number, and then you scroll down. You want it to be required. You say yes, this field is required, and then you can put phone number. You can put brackets as app. Right. I hope you're following, and then you save. Okay, and then the submit button form, you can change it to, instead of submit form, you can make it
Yes, we just Nigeria.
So I was trying to mute someone. So we've created a form. So I'm just giving you how you would do it, because the form will not come with you. Okay, the form will not come with the template, but it's easy to do. So you now copy this form ID. All you need to do is copy the form ID and go back to where you were editing that page initially and just scroll down to where that form section is. All right, scroll down to this section and then paste the code that you've copied. Can you see the form is now showing here? All right, first name, last name, email, phone number, everything, health challenge. Okay, your address. You can add more information to the form. I just created this form in less than how many minutes? So it's very easy to do. Don't feel discouraged if you have to create the form. You just do it as I've just shown you. Get your download filled forms, and then you once you download the filled form, you now set up the form fields, right? And then you set up the form fields, and that is how it's done. Now, another thing we did was that, so anybody who is filling this form, you get to see them in entries. So anytime you come to the dashboard and you click on the dashboard, you see the forms. You go to your fill form and first of all click on all forms. You see the forms you created, which is support form 3. You can change the name though, but it doesn't really matter what name it is as long as you can identify it. And then you click on entries and you see all the entries. There are no entries yet, that's why you're not seeing anything. So this is how it was done. Okay, so once you have this, the next thing you now need to do is traffic generation. That is driving traffic to this particular lead capture form. Now, another thing you need to edit is the number here. You should have your own number here, or the number you use. You edit it and put your number. And then the click to WhatsApp. Now, this is very, very massive. The image is already there, but the link, if you leave this click to WhatsApp on your own form, on your own sales page, it will be bringing your lead to me, because this is connected to a separate specific line that I'm using for this purpose, okay, which is this number 07019480190. So you need to have it edited. So how do you edit it? You just look for search for WhatsApp link generator. Very easy to do. There are several tools you can use. You can use ProScron and all of that. Let's use WhaLink. Create WhatsApp link with WhaLink. So you just click on it and then put your message there. Put your number, that number you want to use. All right. And then put the message that you want people to show. I am interested in this program. Right? And then just click on generate WhaLink. Finish. Once you click on it, you just copy, right? You can just copy link. It's copied, and go back here. Please don't forget where you're going to put it in. Go back here on this WhatsApp page, and this place you see link, highlight it, delete what was there, and copy and paste your own, okay? And then you update, okay? So once you've done that, test it. It's always important to test something that you're going to run traffic through. Always make sure you test your forms to be sure that you are actually you built something that you can be sure is working end to end. All right, test the form, fill it, check if you saw the information, and then afterwards we now start running ads. Okay, so that's the end for today's class. Go ahead and implement this for those of us that want to do this, and then tomorrow same time we're going to now run ads to it. Okay, we'll show you how to run conversion ads tomorrow by this same time. Okay, so if you have questions, the mic is open. Quickly ask. So, but was it clear? Was it clear? Everything, I went from scratch. I didn't assume you knew anything about web design. So we can all install it, yeah?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, very well explained.
Okay, fantastic.